Alright guys, today we're going to talk about multiplying integers. So I'm going to give you guys a few examples, then we're going to talk about what the rule is for multiplying. Our first example I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 times negative 4. So what this means is I'm going to draw 3 sets of negative 4. So I'm going to draw 3. These are big, so this is going to be my sets. So 3 big sets, and I'm going to draw negative 4 inside of each set. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to count altogether how many negatives I have. And I have 12 negatives. So my answer for 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. And let me give you another example using a number line. So if I'm doing 3 times negative 4 in a number line, what this means is that I'm going to move negative 4 units 3 times. So that means I'm going to go back negative 4, and then I'm going to go back negative 4, and then I'm going to go back negative 4. And I should be at negative 12, because negative 4 plus negative 4 plus negative 4 equals negative 12. So you see, when I multiply a positive and a negative, I'm always going to have a negative because I'm always going to be moving backwards. Let me show you an example now if we multiply 2 negatives. So let me multiply negative 4 times negative 2. So what this means is that now I'm going to draw 4 opposite. Hey, did somebody say opposite? It's me, Bruno the Unicorn. Bruno, you're back? Yeah, and I'm upside down. That is pretty opposite. Let me fix the camera real quick, Bruno. Bruno, we missed you yesterday. Where were you? I went back to Mars. Right, Bruno from Mars. Everybody gets it now. All right, so now we're talking about opposite. So I'm going to draw 4 opposite sets of negative 2. So I'm going to draw 4 sets. Big old circles are going to be my sets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to draw the opposite inside of these sets, the opposite of negative 2. Positive 2. Very good. So the opposite of negative 2 is positive 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And how many positives do I have altogether? 8. Very good. So I have 8. Let me show you another example. Positive 8 is my answer. Let me write that in here. I'm going to write it right here. 8. So let me show you another example here. What if I have negative 3 times negative 3? So I'm going to draw 3 opposite sets of negative 3. So I'm going to draw 3 sets. And inside each set, I'm going to draw the opposite of negative 3. So the opposite of negative 3 is the letter C. Bruno, you haven't gotten any better at math. No, the opposite of negative 3 is going to be positive 3. So I'm going to draw 3 positives. And altogether, I'm going to have how many total positives? 9. Very good. So I have 9. So you see, if I always multiply 2 negatives, I'm always going to get a positive because I'm doing the opposite of a negative, and the opposite of a negative is always hamburgers. No, Bruno. The opposite of a negative is always a positive. So anytime I multiply 2 negatives, I'll always have a positive. And anytime I multiply a positive and a negative, I'm always going to have a negative. Hey, now you're getting this. So let me show everybody a quick trick to remember all these rules. And it kind of looks like a little triangle with a plus sign. And then 2, I can't draw with this, 2 negative signs. Very good, Bruno. So here's how you read this, is that a positive times a negative equals a negative, and a negative times a negative equals a positive. What about a positive times a positive? Well, that just equals a positive. Like 5 times 3 is 15, and 3 times 4 is 12. If you got 2 positives, then it's just normal multiplication like you've always done it in Unicorn Land. I'm from Mars. Don't they have school on Mars? Yes, but we learn everything opposite there. That must be a really confusing school. So let me kind of summarize here. A positive times a negative equals a negative, and a negative times a negative always equals positive, not hamburgers. So it looks like this, guys. So this is kind of the quick, easy rules, and then here's your proof of why that works. All right, so I hope you guys will think multiplying is pretty simple, and I hope this video helped. Bruno, we'll see you next time. Do you have any brothers or sisters that you can introduce us to? Yes, Bruno has many brothers and many sisters. I'm just curious, do the girls talk like boys and the boys talk like girls in Mars, where you're from? I don't know what you mean. They all sound correct to me. Yeah, that's opposite and confusing. All right, see everybody tomorrow.